Hey, what's up? I want to talk about my channel for a little bit because I've been meaning to do this video for a while. So, I don't know how to explain it, but it's been around 2 years now since I started this channel. It's quite a journey. Yeah, basically, I don't really know how to talk back on it because so it's been so much, like a lot of stuff has happened, and like the way that I think about things has changed. A lot of stuff's changed, and I think I need to talk about this type of stuff. So basically, if you don't care about the channel, or my channel, blah blah blah, then this video you might not give a shit about. So anyways, basically the way I started the channel was, making game videos, uploading them, blah blah blah. But the reason why was because of many reasons. You can talk about why I started to play games, or how I started to play games, and all those influences and stuff. That's like a huge personal, serious thing. We can talk about all that at a later time. But basically, the reason I started it was because of a whole bunch of, a bunch of things happened at the same time that gave me hints that it's like, hey, this would be a good thing to make game videos of. This would be a good thing to make game videos of. And I've been thinking about making game videos for a while before I started. So it was like building up, I was thinking about doing it, and then a bunch of things. And I was thinking about like which things would be good things to make videos of, and then a whole bunch of them that I thought would be good ideas all happened at the same time, blah blah blah. So basically, things like I was if you look at the first videos I made, it was like patterns and Retro City Rampage, and then like some indie game stand stuff. And I was recording the audio with my iPad, and it was really weird because it didn't really turn out too well. But the iPad microphone doesn't really sound that shitty, but it's just, I don't know why it sounded so shitty. It's just weird. I tried pretty hard. And it's like, basically I dicked around with it a lot, and that was the best I could get it, because I couldn't put like my iPad right up to my face. What I did was I would put it like next to me. I would sit on the couch and just put my iPad right next to me. So it was actually pretty far away. So that maybe that's why there was a lot of room noise, and I'd have to like I would have to use a gate. So what a gate is just it's a thing that when there's like really quiet sounds, and there might be like background noise, like the microphone might pick up background noise, and when it gets to a certain like quietness level, it just cuts it off to complete silence. So there actually is no like sound in the background. Does that make sense? That's basically that's what a gate is. And then there's like certain controls and stuff like that. It has to do with like ratios and how much things get, You can call a gate an expander. And the opposite of an expander is a compressor. So when I talk like really loud, like in this thing right now, if I talk super loud, I use a compressor to take the loudest pieces and make it a little bit quieter, so it doesn't like kill shit. So yeah, there are certain things like you'll hear distortion if I go like you'll hear it. But I'm just talking about audio. But yeah, that's just because of the way that I have the gain and stuff. I have it set up so the bottom's out there, because I'm not intending to actually talk that loud. But anyways, that's just a stupid. I'm a fucking music guy, but anyways, see, this is gonna be a long one. The reason I started the channel was more actually like it was because of the games and stuff that I wanted to make videos of. But it was more because before I had this friend that wanted to be a game journalist, and I kept telling him like it would be a good idea to start a YouTube channel and do that type of stuff, or just start writing stuff on like there are certain websites that let people of the community write things, and I kept telling them like, you should do that. You should review more games on those websites or whatever. Get your following now. You don't need to go to school to do it, because at that same point in time, I was like, making music and all that stuff. I'm still doing that, but you understand what I mean. So it was more I was trying to encourage my friend to do it because I thought that'd be the best idea. And he just like didn't want to, like basically all my friends, like even like all my music friends, they were always like, so this is like another thing, just like how I said I don't really want to talk about why I started started playing games or whatever. Basically, all that stuff is like talking about like my dad, basically, and that's like really serious, personal stuff that I'll save for a different time. And yeah, basically talking about like friends and stuff. Like all of my friends like always do the whole I don't have enough time because of work. Basically, like once everyone became like 15. Everyone started getting part-time jobs, right, in high school and stuff like that. And when I was like, I guess like 11, I started playing bass. Like I'd been playing piano before, so I guess I have to talk about that stuff a bit. But basically, I'd been on this like path. I wanted to like learn guitar a lot. So like once I was in high school, I was just like super into that. And I didn't want to get a part-time job. I wanted to just play guitar. But basically, I was like doing this whole like fucking all I spend my time doing was just like in the recording studio playing guitar and trying to write music and shit. And my music friends that I would constantly be like, hey, you want to jam? You want to jam? Like, let's play music. Let's jam. They'd always be like, oh, maybe this time. I don't know. I have work, and everything would always everything else would always be more important. And yeah, so years and years pass, and basically that's a very depressing thing that has plagued my life and made me very sad. I'll talk about that later. But basically, the whole like trying to encourage your friends, it's like an important thing, because when it pays off. Like when good things happen, it's like very, very good, and it matters to a lot of people. But anyways, the whole making game videos thing, it's all about friends, and I thought that'd be good because I, hang out with my friends and play games with them. I'd be like, yo, you want to be freaking game journalist? Let's play games together, just like, because that was the same friend that turned me onto Giant Bomb. And if you look at my channel, you can see I'm a Giant Bomb fan. I'm a Giant Bomb fan still, but not as much as before. But that's for different reasons. But basically, my friend that wanted to be a game journalist, same person that turned me onto Giant Bomb, likes Giant Bomb. All fucking, like, the best, like, YouTube game videos and stuff. It's always, like, good friends, right? So I was like, yo, me and my friends, we just hang out and play games and have fun. Make the videos of it. Be easy. No, it's too much work. So I'd be like, well, look, I'll make some. It'd be easy. Look how easy it is. And then after I made a couple, my friend made some. And he made a channel and all this stuff is so funny. Like right after I did it. So it's just like, it's weird. Like people do. And I have another friend that made some videos with, and it would always be very hard to make videos with. Like the dude that I played Castle Crashers with. You see my Castle Crashers playthrough. That dude, it was like hard to get him to play games at any time, because the problem is you'd say, when do you want to play? And you'd say, oh, I want to play tomorrow. And then tomorrow you wouldn't want to play. And then it would just keep going on for weeks and weeks. So, like, what's the point of asking someone if they keep... Like, it's not... Like, I have nothing to do with it. It's like this other person setting up the time or whatever, and then they go back on their own word again and again. So it's just like... Basically, yeah. those are my friends. But like I want to be nice to those people, and like I try to be nice to them, and they like don't like me. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, yeah, I don't know how to get along with certain people. I don't know how to explain it really, but all the time I always try to say to them that I'm sorry, because like I don't understand it, and if there's something that you think I don't do right, or something that you think I should know, tell me, like that's the most important shit. But okay, besides all of that, because like I don't like talking about that shit, but it's like important to mention about it. So basically, my friend that wanted to be a game journalist, and then my other friend that started who also started making game videos after I told him about how easy it would be, and then made it, and then all of a sudden it was hard for me to play games with him, like because I just wanted to make co-op videos, right? And then my friend, who I can't get him to play games at all, he makes videos on his own channel, and it's like it's hard for me to get him to play games with me, but he'll make videos on his own channel. Like, it just makes no sense, because it's like we've been good friends for such a long time. It makes like, how does it, you know what I mean? It's like, things are so weird. And then fucking my friend who wants to be a game journalist, and then my other friend who, like, both of them like can never find time to play co-op, to record co-op videos or whatever, recording co-op together. No one tells, like, yeah, it's like maybe I'm just a complete loser and no one tells, but I wanted to make this video talking about my channel, and this is where we therapy. Just kidding around. So anyways, it's all important to know about why I started the channel, because it was more like, dude, you should do it. Dude, you should do it. It probably isn't that hard, and I bet you it'd be fun. And like I don't know, like at the same, basically it all also comes back to Wii Music. So Wii Music, how I like Wii Music. If you watch the channel, if you look at, I don't know, if you've watched the Wii Music videos, you'll know that I like Wii Music a lot. But basically, when I was a little kid, I liked, like, I got like gaming magazines, like that's how you'd find, and also, actually, it was probably not gaming magazines I did get some gaming magazines, but the first gaming magazine, it was like a Nintendo one that I got, because it had stuff like this. I think this is like, this obviously makes the most sense, and like I don't understand why any other game magazine would ever drive in kids, but basically the Nintendo ones were the best. The reason the first game magazine I got was like a Nintendo one, because it had stuff for a game in it, like stuff that would be relevant to a game that you'd play. And the first game stuff I ever read when I was a kid was like when I was playing N64, GameFAQs.com, like looking up hints and stuff for GameFAQs. And then that just spiraled into, getting magazines and reading about all that stuff, and then reading about the upcoming games and blah, blah, blah. And, I would get the PlayStation magazine when I got PlayStation, and those had demo discs, and I saw that they were, the magazines would mention oneup.com, and I'd be like, what's oneup.com? That's like the website that has to do with the magazine, and oneup.com would have articles that would run on those magazines, or like on all of them, or whatever. So I started getting into reading the news on game websites, and this is all relevant to the channel, okay? So basically, after a while, you start to learn, like, read more, and that stuff teaches you a lot, and you appreciate a lot about games because of all that. But then basically, I never thought that anyone did anything wrong on any of those sites, but I guess it was like when the Wii came out, around that time, and people started getting angry at Nintendo for like doing the whole casual thing, or I don't know how to explain it. It was just like when things started to get controversial with like Nintendo's weirdness. Like I never thought that was weird. I mean, I never thought that was like a bad thing. I was always like excited for it, or whatever. Like that's like a difference. We could talk about that at a different time, but basically, like that stuff was always cool, but people sometimes didn't get it. Like people didn't like Wii Sports when it first came out, but then people like talk about it now as like the greatest thing. But anyways, basically when Wii Music came out, a lot of people didn't like it. Like even like I remember like the 1UP review or whatever on Wii Music. It was like a good review, but it was like it didn't understand the game. And I got Wii Music like, I guess that game came out when I was in grade 11, I guess. But so that was like pretty late on, right? Like I was like already starting to like write music and stuff like that. But basically like things weren't going too well for the whole game magazine stuff at that time, because PlayStation 3, it was basically when PlayStation 3 came out, like the whole PlayStation magazine thing didn't exist that much anymore. So like things started going downhill, but the Wii Music review on like 1UP, basically, I don't know why it was that review, but it was basically like fucked my head up and like made me like not care about it made me like think less of like all gaming writing or whatever and stuff, because I've been so into music for like my whole life and all that stuff. And I was like, and at that point in time, I was like at my most inspired, cause like there were certain things that I hadn't achieved yet, basically. And that, like, I was still like very like learning certain things. Like I was still learning certain things for the first time, and it was like ridiculous. Like at that, basically like when I got like Wii Music and stuff, like at that point in time, I hadn't eaten mushrooms and listened to Frank Zappa. I'd listened to Zappa. Frank Zappa, Lumpy Gravy, really good. But like there were certain experiences, like this one time with my friends eating mushrooms, listening to Zappa, Lumpy Gravy. It was like there's certain things that you always I don't even know why the fuck I had said like what that has to do with anything, but like basically I didn't know that much about certain things. Like I'd only done mushrooms a couple times at that point. when I got Wii Music, I'd only done mushrooms a couple times. That's basically what I'm saying. I didn't know much about seventh chords on guitar. I wasn't that good at my legato playing, or my 3-note per string chords. I mean, string. 3-note per string scales. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain like my musical skill or whatever. But basically, like, it was a big deal at that point in time. So, like, that game was like really, really special and really, really geared towards musicians. It was made by musicians. Like, there were things I learned about that game like recently, that are really, really interesting. You know, like there are things that I've experienced playing that game recently because I've made the videos, which make me so happy. All that stuff. There's so many cool things, you know? So many cool things. But Wii Music is awesome, and I really, really love that game. I thought it was like one of the most amazing games I'd ever played. And then like I read the review, and I was like, holy crap, it's a good review, but it's like talking about it like they don't get it. And then like I just know about like that feedback loop of the internet when people always say the same stuff. It happened even then. But basically, I had that weird, like, I was a fucking teenager, and I had this, like, the weird feeling that maybe there weren't that many people that were, like, really, really serious musicians or cared about that type of shit that were gonna, like, notice certain things about the game or whatever. But it, also had to do with, like, if you weren't, the thing that bothered me the most, I think, was that if you weren't a musician and you just went into it not knowing anything and being completely open, like, I was like, you can still look at stuff from that point of view if you can't, like, I don't know, the younger you are, the easier it is. And yeah, if you don't try to hold on to that childish spirit, you actually can lose it. It's like hard to explain, but it's hard to explain until you get older, but you can totally, you can notice it. But basically, Wii Music is amazing, and if you don't fucking know much about music and you went into it with an open mind, it could totally be awesome for you. But for some reason, a lot of people didn't see it that way, which made me really, really sad. It's basically like, Wii Music was a big thing at that point in time for me coming out. It changed the way I looked at the whole gaming community or whatever, because I thought the way I had always played games was like extremely open-minded all the time. I thought like they were all going to teach me. And this is something that goes through to the whole channel also, the learning experience, because not every game is, because like I'd looked at every game as being like some genius fucking work of art made by geniuses that was going to teach you some amazing shit. And if you look at Wii Music like that, because it is that, it will, like, that's what it is. It's like Mario 64, like, if you could look at it like a complete piece of shit and you will not enjoy it. But the fact is, it's just the best fucking thing ever made. Like, it's hard to explain, like, you can watch 2001: A Space Odyssey and be an asshole, like, it doesn't stop someone from, like, how good something is doesn't stop someone from being an asshole. It's hard to explain, really. But anyways, like, I wanted to make videos of Wii Music, basically. That was one of the reasons why I made the channel, but the reason why I wanted to make videos of Wii Music was because I thought it was such a great game. I wanted to tell people how good I think the game is, because it's all about perspective. It's like I couldn't believe that there was no one else from my perspective that was saying the stuff, like, because if someone that worked at Nintendo that made the game, like, if any of the musicians that worked at Nintendo that made the game were just talking to the press about the game, they would clear it all up. It's weird. So anyways, that was just something that was always in the back of my head that I wanted to do. And whether or not, like, honestly, I thought that, like, if my friend who was going to be a game journalist was ever going to be a game journalist, I can, like, talk to him about Wii Music one day. I don't know. That's so stupid I think of things. But anyways, I'd been paying attention to, like, other things, because I got into watching Minecraft videos and all that crap, and patterns showed up, in the gaming news and stuff like that. I knew that Retro City Rampage was in development for a very long time. I'd, like, kept up with that for a while. I didn't know about it ever since it started, but I knew about it for a few years. And that was cool. That was coming out around the same time that Patterns was, because I heard about Patterns like it was talked about like a month or so before it actually came out, and then like Retro City Rampage was about to come out at that time, and also Indie Game Stand was about to launch around that time too. Yeah, and I'd heard about that on Rock Paper Shotgun, which is a cool website. And so that was like that was more than 2 years ago, right? Looking about all that stuff, and I had played on the Giant Ball Minecraft server for like a couple years at that point. So, man, holy shit, eh? Like almost, I guess I started playing on the the Giant Ball Minecraft server like fucking 4 years ago, maybe. Holy shit, I don't know. It's crazy. But anyways, about all that, so much crazy stuff, because I wanted to make videos of the Minecraft server too, because that Giant Bomb server is so crazy, and that's like a stupid thing. Like, that was like an eroding thing, basically. The whole the Giant Bomb guys not liking Minecraft, just never gave it a chance and never paid attention to the server, even though the server kept getting better and better. And we're like, this server's getting better and better. So sad, like super sad. It's like, yeah. But anyways, all those things happened around the same time, and I was just like, and I had also Fraps, a recording program. How did I record stuff, besides the recording voice on my shitty iPad? Well, fucking Fraps. I bought this thing called Fraps, which lets you record stuff, and I bought that like a year before I started the channel. So that's how long I'd been like planning, like maybe I should do it with this game. But yeah, first video I made didn't even have any of me talking in it, and it's pretty crazy. So when all that stuff happened, like around 2 years ago, Patterns first build came out, and can't believe it's already been 2 years since Patterns first build came out. Because if you look at Minecraft's first build, and then 2 years since then, like, look at what's changed and look at what they've added. Look at Patterns, look at what's changed, and look at what they've added. Do those two development teams have the same ideas of what a game is? Because I honestly like Patterns has physics, whip-de fucking do. Even if Minecraft actually had, like, okay, if the Patterns dev team had Minecraft and the Minecraft dev team had Patterns, I still think the Minecraft team would have won. Like, basically, they had more fun. Like, they added things that were fun, and Patterns in 2 years didn't add anything that made the game a game or fun. Like, some things were like just digging around with the physics. But anyways, so I started with Patterns, Retro City Rampage. I was like, this is gonna be a cool one to make a series of, or wanted to do a playthrough, and I wanted to. And Patterns, it was I did that because I wanted to like make videos of a game from the very first build and then see how it evolved, because I thought that'd be cool. And I was like, that was early on at that point in time when like certain people were doing that just like on their own sites, but that was the first time it was like on Desura. They had like this alpha funding thing. We'll talk about that in a second, but Patterns didn't do the Desura alpha funding thing, and the people that make Patterns, the Linden Lab, the people who make Second Life, they didn't own Desura at that point in time, but they ended up buying Desura since then. But anyways, made Patterns videos, made Retro City Rampage videos, started making videos of the Giant Bomb server with my shitty microphone on my iPad. Made some videos of with my shitty iPad mic of some indie game stand games, but I ended up redoing some of them with my better mic eventually, just because I thought, because there was just a few. Megabyte Punch was one of those indie game stand games which I really, really liked, and the people that make Megabyte Punch ended up making Lethal League. Well, Lethal League was like that free. It was a free game, and now it's a full game on Steam and stuff. But anyways, there's some person commented on like one of my Minecraft videos and said like, hey, I have a Minecraft server, can you make videos of my Minecraft server? And that's like the Digital Warzone server or whatever. And that was really, really, the person who told me to ask me or whatever, they like never talked to me ever when I went on the server. Never. And the server was really shitty. Basically nothing was set up. Like, they're like, we have this money trading economy thing, and it was like set up really fucked up, and I'm like, why don't you add this block? And it took them like a week to add one thing. I don't know. Basically, like they had all these things that you're supposed to do on the server, except none of them worked. And I'd be like, why doesn't this thing work? Why doesn't this thing work? And it always like seemed like really simple things, and I'd be like, you should type in this command to fix this. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, people were not communicative on that server, so I did not like playing on it. but I made some videos of it. But anyways, finished playing Retro City Rampage, which was really fun. I started looking around on Desura for alpha funding games on their alpha funding thing, because some of the games on Indie Game Stand were like in development at that point in time, right? Like Megabyte Punch was one that was on Desura alpha funding at that time. So I was like, let's see what else is on Desura alpha funding, and I got Project Stormos. I bought Vox, and I bought I think I bought Guncraft too. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what happened. And that was really fun. And then I started doing a Megabyte Punch series as well. That was really, really fun stuff. And I started making a Tekkit series on the Giant Bomb Tekkit server that someone had, which is pretty fun. How did things go? Project Stormos was one of those games that on Desura Alpha funding that was not a good one. Because it like never updated, and Vox is updated, but it hasn't really changed that much. But at least it is updated, so you can't like be mean at that. Just they're still trying, and Guncraft is actually out now. It's not like that one was in development. Now it's out. Well, it's still being developed, which is cool because the people that make Guncraft are cool. But I'm meaning to like talk. I wanted to talk to the developers about stuff. Like I have like one of the developers on Steam, and I've been like, "Hey, can I talk to you about stuff?" And he's like, "Cool, yeah." And I never got a hold of him again, and it makes me feel really bad because basically it's like really shitty personal things happen to me, and then I like get really sad and I can't like do shit. I'm like a really sad person. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I'm like basically I don't know how to explain it. Like when shitty things are going on in my life, I don't feel confident talking to strangers about things. Does that make sense? So anyways, let me just I'm looking at all of the different playlists. We started off with Retro City Rampage and Patterns and Giant Bomb and Stormos and Fox, Megabyte Punch, Giant Bomb Tekkit, Guncraft, and then Pokemon 3D came up in the news, right? And on like Kotaku and stuff, and it's a cool free one. I was like, yeah, free ones are sick. And yeah, that was awesome. I started playing Pokemon 3D. I haven't played it in a while, but that's just me being stupid. It's updated so many times. Pokemon 3D is awesome. I bought fucking Prison Architect because it was $30 at the time, and I'd been looking at Prison Architect for a long time at that point because I wanted to get it for a while. It looked so cool, and I ended up getting it because I was like, yeah, I just gotta do it and start making videos because that was one because at that point in time, my thinking was games in development. I want to make videos of indie games in development that aren't well-known indie games that look like cool games, because I thought if it looks kind of cool now, it might get better and better and better because it says that's in development. So these in development indie games that look kind of cool now, they're going to get cooler and cooler, and once they get really cool, then more people will know about them, and it'd be cool to see the like the different steps. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, it's like when Patterns came out, there weren't that many videos of Patterns, and then like when the first update came out, there really weren't that many videos. Like there was like one other or something, like besides the one that I made, and it just happened like that. Like after a couple more updates of Patterns, I was literally the only person who made a video of every update. So that was just like really, really shortly after. So I was like, maybe this is important, because if these things evolve to be really cool, like this game looks like it'd be cool to evolve. That one, Vox would be cool. Project Stormos looks like it'd be cool. We know Project Stormos isn't, but Megabyte Punch, I got an Indie Game Stand. I was like, this one's gonna be sick. Guncraft looked fucking sick. Pokemon 3D was just one of them like that, and Prison Architect was pretty much like, it was really one of those. I was like, this one's really, really early. The video that they used to sell the first alpha was like, it's an alpha. It's got bugs all over the place. But the game looks so awesome. I was like so happy when I got that game because it was so fun. And Prison Architect since then has changed so much, and it's one of the best examples. Definitely. And so around that same time, Double Fine did their Amnesia Fortnite 2012 thing, which was really cool. I really enjoyed it at that time. And it was like their first public Amnesia Fortnite thing where they gave away the prototypes and let people vote on which prototypes got made. And I was like super upset over which prototypes got picked because like I didn't want like basically. And okay, if you like look at the earlier videos, like I tried to like be like, I try to like not say what I think. It's hard to explain. Like I try to be like extra nice or whatever because like it's important. It's important to not. You don't want to be a dick, like it's important to not be a dick, but it's also important to say what you think sometimes. I thought Hack and Slash would be a cool one to make, and it's really cool that one ended up being a full game. I haven't even played the full game yet, but Autonomous, that prototype turned out fucking amazing, and I don't know why that's not I don't know why that didn't turn into an early access game, like this is so stupid. Like that's like the perfect example of something that should have been an early access game and didn't. And all the drama that happened with Double Fine since is like, it's even sadder, right? But the White Birch, that pitch pissed me off because it was like, it seemed like a manipulative pitch, and like I pointed it out in the Double Fine forums and stuff like that I thought it was a manipulative pitch. Like I like really give them like, I don't know, like I'm like not afraid to like, but that's just me like over my whole life. Like I've always not been afraid to like, if someone's like doing something that I don't think that I think is going to be a bad thing, I'll like tell them, like I thought like the whole like the White Birch prototype is fucking stupid. Like you shouldn't. But anyways, I'm not going to say who, but someone who doesn't work at Double Fine anymore sent me a message telling me that them and other people all agreed with what I said about calling out how fucked up all the very bad pitches are. And like Double Fine's Amnesia Fortnite 2014, when they had Pendleton Ward, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but when they had Pendleton Ward do the whole little pink best bud thing, I called them out then, and fucking people sent me a message. Yeah, I agree with you. Like someone else who doesn't work there anymore was like, it's weird. But yeah, basically people secretly agree with, like, I'll call people out and I'll get the most shit for it. Like I'm fine for that, like, because whatever, because I think it's important to call out it's important to say like the White Birch's pitch was never going to turn out the way that they think. Like how would you expect it to be like that? Because when they pitched Ico, they never, like, the White Birch's pitch was basically pitched as it's like Ico, except you control it, except you're playing as a girl and you're climbing up a tree, and like, but it's like Ico in spirit and style, and it's gonna be as good as Ico, or I don't know, like, I just want a game like Ico, like, and the guy's pitch was like, I'm just tired of waiting for The Last Guardian to come out, I just want to make this game like Ico. And like, I don't understand that, obviously, because I was like, that makes no fucking sense. Space Base DF9's pitch was the same thing. I was like, this makes no sense. Why? Like, you can't be like, okay, in our 2-week prototype, we're gonna make a game that's inspired by a game that was in development for 10 years. Like, it was like, because Space Base's pitch was like Dwarf Fortress, but in space. It's like, Dwarf Fortress's core ideas can't be made in 2 weeks. Like, I just, but like, but maybe it can, like it has to do with very, very, very specific things, except it wasn't made to be like that. The prototype was made to be like a small, full game, like it was like, it meant to, like it should, yeah, it meant to be a full prototype. Like the way they wanted to make polished prototypes was something that I didn't agree with at all, but that really went an extra long way to making Space-Based DF9 shitty, in my opinion, or the prototype shitty. That's just how I feel about it. And Black Lake's pitch, I didn't really like the pitch that much, but just because of like the way that it was, because I was like, there's no gameplay, you gotta explain what the fuck's the gameplay, right? But the thing turned out awesome, and the Black Lake in 3D like changed my opinion entirely. Like if you watch the videos, you'll be like, well, you'll hear me say, I fucking loved it when I figured out how to make it work in 3D. I was like, that was amazing. So anyways, moving on. I finished Retro City Rampage, and I was like thinking, what type of video should I make next, and blah blah blah. And I was like at the end of Amnesia Fortnite, and I don't know, around that it was at the end of Amnesia Fortnite 2012, whatever the fuck that, But I made Retro City Rampage coupon codes and cheats playlist, just because I was experimenting with, maybe should I make a lot of cheat videos, like, should I make videos about codes, cheat codes and stuff, how to get this thing secret in this game or whatever. And it was also because I've always been searching, like, I've been searching for games that there were no videos of, basically. And at that point I was like, there are no videos about cheat codes in Retro City Rampage, so I made some. So that's the biggest part, actually, why I would make anything at that point in time. So this is why I want to talk about all that shit about the whole channel, is because I want to talk about my frame of mind, or whatever, my point of view, why I did certain things. So I kept looking around at the Desura alpha funding stuff, and Rawbots showed up, and I bought it. That was a mistake. And anyways, the cave came out, and I played through that. I meant to do more playthroughs, and maybe I should, but that's a Double Fine game. The cave is pretty cool. Played through that game. Robots is stupid. Game is the whole confusion over that. As soon as I made a video, someone's like, "This is an earlier version. You need to download the newer version." And I'm like, "This is the newest version on Desura," and they're like, "This is version 0. Blah blah blah." But 0. Blah 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 is available on the website. So basically, I found out that like a newer version of Robots was available on the website if you bought it from the website, but an earlier version was on. So basically, then I spent a few months, literally months, complaining on like the Desura blah blah blah, and trying to get a hold of them on their website, or I don't know, being like, "Can you guys upload the newest version to Desura?" Even though the game just came out on Desura, like, it made no sense, right? So basically from the beginning, I didn't understand the game. Blah blah blah. I made channel related videos, paid playlist, because I made because that was when they made some YouTube changes, and they're like, you should make a trailer. So I did, and I also uploaded just the intro on its own, just because I made some TF2. Why did I upload TF2? Is because of one. It was like the TF2 replay system. I made a replay, or I saved a replay at one time. That was really cool. So I had a place to put it there. And then I got my new computer and BioShock. Bow, bow, bow. That's when I got my new computer and my better mic. And I started playing BioShock and BioShock Infinite, because I bought that new computer. Got a new mic because BioShock Infinite was going to come out, and I was super hyped, and I really, 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 really enjoyed BioShock when it first came out. The whole, spoilers, if you haven't played the end of BioShock, do not listen to this. The Andrew Ryan scene was the fucking coolest thing ever. I love that. Like, that was such a great, like, yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah, I like that. That made the teenage Jason really happy. And, yeah, so after I replayed Bioshock because I knew that was going to be the last time I'd be able to play the game in that way again. Because after Bioshock, I knew that after I played Bioshock Infinite, I wouldn't be able to play Bioshock in the same way. So that's why I made those videos. Some of those Bioshock videos got taken down because of fucking music in it, which is so stupid. But anyways, then the Castle Doctrine came out, and that was, at that point, I was like kind of hesitant to get more early access games because I didn't have a lot of money. Obviously, I couldn't just I obviously couldn't buy them all, but there weren't a lot that looked cool. So like basically, I at that point I wasn't like fully like hesitant at everything that looked good, because at that point in time we'd already experienced Robots immediately sucking and Project Stormos immediately sucking. But I was like, I don't know, I was still really optimistic at that time, and I was like, yeah, that's still a pretty good record, because the other early access games that I got, I was still pretty happy with. So yeah, I was pretty happy at that point still. But yeah, Castle Doctrine, Jason Rohr, it was just like, it wasn't even that expensive. It was like $7 at that point. Now it's more expensive, but it was cheaper then, which is the right way to do it. Jason Rohr is really good at making games. Really, really good. And Castle Doctrine is like one of the most unique, one of the coolest fucking games I've ever played. It really is fucking amazing. I should have played more of it to like really, I should have gotten like super, super, super into it, but it's like, that game is a fucking amazing. Like, you can totally get, like, that is one of the most complicated, amazing puzzle games I've ever played. Yeah, it really is amazing. Castle Doctrine. Bioshock Infinite came out. That was fucking amazing. Seriously, that game was amazing. Stereoscopic 3D videos came out. Playlist. I'm just like I'm looking at my playlist right now, and I'm just going from the earliest going upwards, talking about, because that's the easiest way to explain how time has passed. So I started making I realized that my computer could do 3D. I realized that I could record some in 3D. I couldn't do it that well, but I figured out how to do it eventually, because I couldn't do it at the highest resolution. That was the whole problem before. That's why I thought it didn't work. But I figured out how to do it if you just like make it go at a slower. I recorded it at like 24 frames a second instead of 30, and at like half resolution size instead of full size resolution. So it would basically be like a 480p 3D video at 24 frames a second, but it would be 3D. And that was with Fraps, but now with NVIDIA Shadowplay, you can do it way, way, way better. So that's not the way I do it anymore. But that was the earliest 3D stuff, and I was like, cool, I can record 3D. This is fucking awesome. But yeah, anyways, after that, I was like, I have a new computer. I can play all these games that my shitty laptop couldn't play. So one of the first games I played was Dark Souls, and I didn't really record it, but then I recorded my New Game Plus, and I never actually tried using the Dolphin emulator before, but then I started getting into that with the Wii Music videos. I started figuring that out. But then, since then, I got a capture box, and now I'm playing Wii Music on my actual console. It's way better than I made Wii Music Instrument Improv. Then Hawken. My computer could finally play Hawken, and Hawken's a free game, and I was like, yeah, Hawken. And that was in development. I was like, yeah. So happy to play Hawken. Death Inc. was one that showed up in the news and stuff, and it was like, made by some people from this studio or whatever, that's that shtick, that whole story where they're like, these people from this studio went indie, so you should buy their game. So I got it, and it was actually pretty cool. But basically, after like a week, they're like, we didn't make enough money, so we're just gonna close. We're just gonna stop our business. But they gave everyone refunds for like the people that bought Death Inc. And I still have Death Inc. It's a game. It's not like they take the game off your computer. But they gave me a refund for that. It was pretty ridiculous because I thought it was a cool game, but I don't know. Maybe it just wouldn't have turned out well. Who knows? But anyways, co-op Castle Crashers playlist. Talked about that before with one of my friends that I was like, yo, we should make some game videos. It'd be fun. We play games anyways. Might as well record it. And then he started his own channel, and then it was easier for him to make videos with other people. I don't talk to that guy anymore, and the only reason I don't talk to that guy anymore is because he told me that he was gonna make artwork for like a cover art for my album, and then just like never. I was like, so like he said like, "Oh, tell me to like give me a deadline," and I'll be like, "Okay, Friday." I mean, basically, it was been going on for like a long time making album art, and he'd like done rough things, very 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 small rough things. But he's like doing this and that, and I was like, oh, so what, you can do a little bit more, and he was like into doing it and stuff, but just. So basically, I never knew that the dude was pissed off or anything, but just basically one day he just stopped talking. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, like one day, like it was a couple days after he said that he would have a certain thing drawn, and I was like, "Do you have like how is it?" And he just like never responded, never talked back or whatever, and then like would be offline on Steam when he was like online or whatever, like playing games like. That stupid Steam thing when someone blocks you, or like I don't know how to explain it. It's like stupid, but yeah, you're just like basically like I don't talk to the person because he has me blocked on Steam or something because I don't know. It's like I don't know how to explain it because I don't know. But it's like it really bothers me because like that type of like being friends with those types of people make me sad, right? Because I don't know what I did wrong, and I'm pretty sure that they're all just like depressed motherfuckers. Like I just don't know. I'm just like I get a lot of humor at it, but basically I can't get super bummed out over it because it's so stupid. It makes me laugh. But anyways, Duke Nukem Forever 2013 playthrough came out next, and that's Duke Nukem 3D mod. It's in the free section because. Duke Nukem 3D you can technically get for free. Like I'm pretty sure, like it's like you can get the code and stuff. Like the game you can get Duke. You don't need to pay for Duke Nukem 3D. But like maybe the laws have changed, or like maybe like someone bought the license again. But like, I'm pretty sure like the game has been released for free for a long time. Like Duke Nukem 3D has been released for free for a long time. Officially released for free. And Duke Nukem Forever 2013 is Duke Nukem Forever, but in Duke Nukem 3D. It's like a Duke Nukem 3D mod. I don't know why it took me so long to explain that shit. I'm sorry. And Fez playthrough, because Fez came out on PC at that point in time. Fez is a fucking great game. It is a fucking great game. There's a lot I could say about how awesome that is. Then after that, I bought a Minecraft server. And I still have that Minecraft server. And I don't know how long I'm going to have that Minecraft server because I should have killed that Minecraft server a long time ago. Yeah. Then Energy Hook. Energy Hook was like it was the $1 Kickstarter made by the guy who was a programmer on Spider-Man 2. Just like a PS2 game and PS2, Xbox, GameCube, that era. That game. But yeah, Energy Hook is a really good game. And it's like it's being made just by him. Like he has help from like some other people, but mostly just the one guy. And basically, Energy Hook's awesome. Then after that came the Herblore mod because someone told me that there was a weed mod, so I had to place that. Then Patterns added multiplayer, so I made a playlist just for that. And they added like world sharing, so I thought it'd be cool to make videos showing all the different planets. So I made that playlist. That, I don't know how. Basically, the only reason I have so many Patterns playlists is because I was like the only person who ever I just made more and more Patterns videos because literally no one else made Patterns videos. So I thought it was funny if I made more and more, because it was actually a pretty cool because the game isn't actually that shitty. You know, it's like certain things about the game are shitty, but certain other things are not shitty at all about the game. And yeah. The things that make the game shitty aren't the things that I think would matter. But apparently it does. I don't know. Like, it's weird to me. But anyways, after that, Cube World. Like, I had made Vox videos for a while at that point in time. And people kept on saying on the Vox videos, oh, it looks like Cube World, looks like Cube World, Cube World, Cube World. Like, people kept on saying Cube World. And it was like this stupid, like, negative energy that kept showing up when people would keep saying Cube World. And I'd be like, just playing Vox, and people would be like, Cube World. And I would like look into it, you know, like which game started first, you know, which game showed up in the public, like on websites or whatever first. And like, I think Vox I'm pretty sure Vox showed up. It was like the same thing with Guncraft and Ace of Spades. It's like Guncraft, people keep going Ace of Spades, Ace of Spades, but Guncraft came out, or Guncraft existed before Ace of Spades. Vox existed before Cube World, but Cube World is way cooler, and I don't know. Cube World hasn't had a fucking update. Like, the only update Cube World had was to fix like a bug in one of the skills of a character that made that character super awesome. Like, that bug was a fucking awesome bug, and the only update the game has ever had like got rid of that bug, which was not a bug, it was like a fucking awesome thing. Like, I don't get it. But anyways, yeah, after Cube World, I have a playlist that was short clips, which at that point I was just like, yeah, maybe I should have like, I don't know, I wanted to upload a small video. Then I was like, which playlist should I put it in? So just started like at that point I started thinking about organizing the channel and stuff like that a little bit more, and having room for other things like that if the possibilities came up. And yeah, basically, yeah, at that point in time, there was another Just Cause 2 multiplayer test coming up, because at that point, you couldn't play Just Cause 2 multiplayer all the time. They only let you play it, I mean, they only had it running during certain tests because it wasn't open, right? It wasn't something that everyone had at that point. It was still being made. They're still doing the tests. So yeah, basically Just Cause 2 multiplayer, fucking awesome. That was really, really, really fun. And yeah, Mercenary Kings showed up on Steam Early Access, and I thought that was a really cool one. That was like one of the first Steam Early Access games. I thought it was a really cool one. Mercenary King. Well, no, it wasn't really one of the first Steam Early Access games, but it was one that I thought was pretty cool. And I really should have played Mercenary Kings more, because there's like so much of the game that I never got to. Like, I never got past like the first world or whatever in Mercenary Kings, and that game is now fully out and everything. So anyways, at that point in time, I was like, shit, if I like have to make a series of every single game that I play, that's gonna be fucked. So because I kind of sensed it with it's not that I didn't want to play more Mercenary Kings, but I sensed that maybe I wasn't going to make 100 videos of Mercenary Kings and finish it. But I still wanted to play Mercenary Kings because it was in development. But I don't know how to explain it, basically. But I was thinking, like, what about this game? Should I don't want to have to do a playthrough of every game. So I was thinking about Quick Looks, because Giant Bomb does Quick Looks a lot. So yeah, Quick Looks. Did Quick Looks. Started doing Quick Looks. Saints Row 4 came out. And that was, I guess, like August of 2013, or something like that, right? So it's almost a year around that point. Warframe is a crazy free game that I made some videos of. And at that point, I'd been recording a lot, and I think I'd played Warframe like a lot before, but just put up the videos then. And that's something that it becomes a theme later on. Like I'll like record an entire game playthrough and then upload it later, just because I'm a weirdo. I don't know. We could talk about that too. You know, this is a long, stupid thing, right? So, short patterns clips, because I started having a lot of short clips of just one game. So I thought the short clips playlist doesn't have many games in it. I mean, doesn't have many videos in it. If they were all one game, maybe I should make a playlist of that. Basically, I'm OCD, so I'm talking about my OCD right now. And then Loadout is a free game now, but you had to pay for it when it was in development, and it was on sale during a Steam sale, and I thought it was cool. So yeah, and I was happy that I got Loadout in development, because it was more fun when it was in development than when it came out, because the feature, like the way they moved the features around and stuff, really made the game not as fun. It was hilarious. Tactical Intervention is another one that one was actually free, and like when it was in early access as well. But I don't know if it actually was in early access, but it was in development. Anyways, long story short, Tactical Intervention is a shooter made by the guy who made Counter-Strike, like the Counter-Strike mod way back when. Like, he used to work at Valve, and he stopped working at Valve, and Tactical Intervention is the new game by that guy. It's really cool. Brothers is a fucking amazing game that will make you cry, and you'll remember it forever. It's fucking amazing. Just Cause 2 multiplayer short clips, there's 30 of them. See, my point about having a playlist for short clips just for one game makes sense now. San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I was so pumped, so hyped up for Grand Theft Auto 5 that I needed to play through GTA San Andreas all the way through again. And I also at the same time really wanted to figure out how to get San Andreas to work on PC, because for the longest fucking time I'd always wanted to play San Andreas on my PC with the controller. I don't know, I just want to play San Andreas on every system I have, because it's one of my favorite games. Like I would play it on, if my PS2 wasn't so loud, I would play it more. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I love playing San Andreas. It's a really good game. So I always wanted it to run on PC nicer. And I figured that, I tried all these different ways and stuff, and I talked about it a lot in the Grand Theft Auto videos, but basically the way to do it is a PS2 emulator. And then you gotta do some stupid tricks or whatever, because the game doesn't run I forget how to do it. Like, the lip syncing's weird. I don't know. Things might have gotten better in a newer version of the emulator or whatever, but things are stupid and blah blah blah. And Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was fun, and I was really happy that my new gaming computer, I actually got it like a couple months after I started making videos. Right? It was when I started, it was when the BioShock playthrough started. But anyways, fun stuff. Sound Self then came to my attention, and Sound Self is fucking amazing. There's a lot to talk about Sound Self and how awesome Sound Self is. Basically, that's what happens when you give a fucking acid-tripping hippie programming powers. It makes a game. I don't know how to explain it. Like, Sound Self's awesome. Broforce is one that I wanted to get for a while. Then once I finally bought it, then I started making videos of it, because Broforce is awesome. Nuclear Throne then showed up on early access because, Nuclear Throne's awesome. I never made videos of the Humble Mojam 2 games, but I always wanted to make videos of the Humble Mojam 2 games, because I had them. One of those games was Wasteland Kings, and that turned out into Nuclear Throne. Yeah, basically Wasteland Kings was really fun at that point in time, and it turned into Nuclear Throne, which is like one of my... Nuclear Throne is the absolute best example of early access done right. it's because Vlambeer is awesome. The game's super fun. It's literally one of the most fun games I've ever played, and I don't know how that happened. Somehow in its evolution, it inherited best game I've ever played status. I don't know, or one of the best, you know. So anyways, after that, I started thinking about like what other types of games and places to find games and ways to categorize the games and stuff, because there's all these different games, but how would I categorize them in the playlist and blah blah blah, and I would think about that type of shit. And so I have free browser based quick looks, but that was what was it? I had like a couple. I think I had it organized a little bit different before, but I think I had like free in development quick looks and then free browser quick. I don't know, like things are, but it makes more sense the way it is now. Free browser based quick looks and free quick looks, and that's it. Or blah blah blah. I don't know. We'll talk. I gotta go through the list. Dota 2 playlists. Indie Game Stand Quick Looks 2013. The reason I started that, you know, why do I have a 2013? Why do I have an Indie Game Stand playlist now? When I did a couple Indie Game Stand videos at the very beginning, but then stopped. And why is it? And they started in 2012. Why am I doing 20? Basically, one of the guys from Indie Game Stand, Matt, got a hold of me and wanted me to make some videos. So he'd like, yeah, basically, like, but like the first couple, like I bought the games. I still like bought them when they were on sale, but then like made videos. But then I was like, yo, you should like, can you tell me what the game is in advance or whatever? And like he sent me like a copy in advance so I can make the video to be put up when the game was on sale or whatever. And then he even gave me like some extra copies of some of the games that were on sale to give out, because I was like, but that was like my idea. But then he like was totally cool with it and gave them to me, which was fucking awesome. And yeah, I was like, what if we make a contest, so if someone comments, then they'll win the next featured game, if you know, to participate. So like we did that for a while, but I don't know, I guess it didn't really turn out too well because not enough people participated or something. Like I don't know, like just people need to, I don't know. But things are gonna get better in the future, that's for sure. I'm very, very positive about the future, even though things are very, very sad in my personal life. Like things aren't looking too well. Like things are looking bad. In the way that I might not be able to make videos if certain things go certain ways. So, but you still gotta be positive. So, anyways, yeah, basically you still gotta be positive. And around this time, Space DF9 came out in alpha, like on early access. So there isn't like a new playlist at that point in time because that was way, way back. That goes back to the prototype of Amnesia Fortnite and stuff like that. But around that time, I made a Startopia playlist because I got Startopia, because that came out literally like around the same time as Space DF9, like when its alpha came out on early access. And yeah, Space DF9's alpha I'm not a fan of, but Startopia is pretty cool. Free Quick Looks playlist was really, really cool. Right, that was some fun stuff. I think that's that's got a lot of different ones. And I got Spelunky. That was one that I wanted to get for a while, that game. I need to make more videos of Spelunky, but that game's hard. It's a fun game. I want the whole thing about making videos about like games like Startopia and Spelunky, like those are complicated games. Like Startopia is a complicated game, and when I play it at the beginning, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so shitty at the game. Like this is so weird. I'm so bad at it. All this type of stuff. And then as we play more, I get better at it. So when I play more Startopia, I'll make more videos of it, and we'll see me get better and stuff like that. I have actually played a bunch of Spelunky, but the thing is, I'm still super shitty at it. So, yeah. Basically, once I get better, then once I get better, then I'm like, oh, I'm noticeably better. Then I might make another Splunky video, but I haven't played that much Splunky either. But anyways, yeah. After that, Blastworks. I don't know why I made some Blastworks videos. It's just because I was into playing Blastworks. I'm super into playing Blastworks. Well, basically, before, in the Wii times, when Blastworks came out. It's a Wii game. Blastworks is a Wii game. When that game came out, I played it a lot. I don't know why. It's Blastworks was a game that was recommended on fucking a gaming website. So I care about those gaming websites and stuff. Shit I was saying before. I actually care about that stuff, and I wouldn't have found out about games like Blastworks if it wasn't for that type of stuff. Those types of crazy recommendations and stuff. And I really liked the game. I got it and it was fucking right up my alley. I love that game. And it ended up being a favorite for me and all my friends. Seriously, we would be yo, let's play Blastworks. We would fucking play Blastworks all day. It was messed up. Anyways, but after the Blastworks playlist, BioShock Infinite, Burial at Sea. That was Burial at Sea was a fucking mind blow and a half. And at that point, I got my capture card. Capture box. AverMedia Live Gamer Portable. And then I made some Grand Theft Auto 5 videos to celebrate. And Starbound then came out in Steam Early Access. I started playing that. That was really fun. Next car game was a fucking Kickstarter. Or not a Kickstarter, whatever. On their website, they're taking pre-orders or whatever. You can buy the Early Access version or whatever. I bought that. Stubbornly. I don't know why, but it's not that I don't think the game's going to be good. It's that at that point in time, I probably shouldn't have done that. But I don't regret buying it because the game is awesome. Does that make sense? Next car game is fucking awesome. It really is. And after that, The Wonderful 101. I don't know what to say about that. It's basically one of the best games I've ever played. Seriously, Wonderful 101 is amazing. One of the best games I've ever played. It's so fucking amazing. Hideki Kamiya, it's so good. I went back and edited all the videos into smaller montage videos. Because you can watch the entire playthrough of The Wonderful 101 in an edited form in shorter videos eventually. Because I will upload those eventually. But it took a long time. It took a long time to edit those. That was fun. I didn't play that many games for that. Those 2 weeks. It took a long time. Super Mario 64. What else to say? Playing Mario 64 on mushrooms. It's the greatest thing ever. Yeah, and Mario 64 is one of the greatest. That game changed my life. That was the best. Mario 3D World. That game's fucking amazing. It's objectively better than Mario 64, but I still think Mario 64 is better. I think Mario 64 is better. Mario 64 is probably objectively better. I don't know. It's just the way things are structured. The whole castle and open world. I don't know. But yeah, Mario 3D World is great. Assetto Corsa, I need to make more videos of Assetto Corsa. It's a cool racing game, right? It's an early access racing game. I got it because I wanted to see for myself how good it was. Because all these people going, oh, it's gonna be so much better than Gran Turismo. It's so much better than it's on PC. It's obviously the better racing sim because PC's better. And we'll see. We'll compare Assetto Corsa to Project Cars, to see what's the better PC racing sim. But yeah, personally, Gran Turismo is my favorite. I love Gran Turismo. Anyways, Broken Age is the Double Fine adventure Kickstarter that finally came out, and that was part 1. Part 2 is not out yet as of me talking right now, but it will eventually. If not, maybe catastrophe happens because, space-based DF9 drama is happening. Like, it happened like a week ago, or a bit less than a week ago, but whatever. Broken Age. After that, Rust, which was Gary, Gary from Gary's Mod. I was really happy to get Rust. And GTA Online. I played a lot of GTA Online on Christmas, because on Christmas they made the whole game snowy, and I recorded a lot that day because it was amazing. I had so much fun playing Grand Theft Auto Online on Christmas. That was so much fun. Oh my god. Like, I just don't know what to say. Fancy Skulls. I started making a playlist of Fancy Skulls because it's in development, and it was a pretty cool game, and I got it on Indie Game Stand. And yeah, when I play a good one on Indie Game Stand that I really like, I'll make a playlist of it. Just like I did one of Tower Guns later. And then Indie Game Stand Quick Looks 2012 was because I ended up doing all of the ones earlier on. So I had the 2013, 2012. Maybe we'll do I haven't done any since, actually, what am I saying? Right now, I still have ones to do in 2013. Videos to put up. Eventually I'll do later on, but in a while. Strike Vector came out on Steam, and I bought that, and that game looked amazing. Like, just, looking at pictures and videos of that game, I was like instantly sold. It looked amazing. Paranautical Activity I got on Indie Game Stand, and I'd been playing it a lot, but I just never made a playlist of it at that point, and that one's in development. Blah blah blah. Awesome. Paranautical Activity is really good. It's just basically Paranautical Activity, Fancy Skulls, and Tower Guns. They're all in development and all like first-person roguelikes, and I was like, fuck it, I like them all. Why not make playlists of them all? And yeah, Risk of Rain, I made a playlist of that because that's a really cool roguelike one too. And that was around the time that Double Fine's, like, seriously, a lot of time had passed since then and before, basically. And at that point, it was the 2014 Double Fine Amnesia Fortnite thing, and one of the pitches that didn't get picked was Bad Golf, and yeah, long story short, the community started, like, someone said in like a chat somewhere, like, what if the community made it? And then one of the guys at Double Fine was like, that'd be funny. And then someone wrote in the forums like, should we? And then I wrote in the I'm not saying it was me that was the reason. I'm not saying me saying it in the forums was the reason it got made, but like, people were like, I don't know. And I was like, fucking do it. I was like, yes, you need to do it. We need to do it. And then like everyone else was like, yeah, we need to do it. We need to do it. Because people were like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Are you sure? And I'm like, yes. But yeah, I ended up helping out and doing some stuff on the Bad Golf Community Edition. But the reason I stopped was because of certain people. Well, not certain people. Like maybe like one or two that were like a little bit hard to talk to or whatever. And it's so weird because they ended up being like the same people that in the future ended up becoming like moderators on Double Fine's forums and ended up like pissing off all of these people on like when the space-based drama ended up happening and stuff on Double Fine's forums. All these people getting mad at the fucking at the same people for doing stupid shit. I don't know. It's obviously not a correlation, or is it? Or is it conspiracy theories? But anyways, long story short, it was hard to organize something. Like, it was like people were actively trying to make it unorganized. And that's why I was unmotivated to try, because I felt like it was a waste. Because a lot of the effort making that Bad Golf Community Edition thing was put towards just figuring shit out instead of doing it. or just dicking around talking about stuff. It was really stupid. But anyways, that's why I was just like, these people are fucking making it too difficult, and it's stupid. So fuck these people. It's not fuck these people, because that's a stupid thing to say. But basically, it was difficult. So I was like, peace. I don't know how to explain it. Because it was all fun and it was all awesome. But anyways, yeah, moving on. I don't know why I started playing Rogue Legacy, but that was fun. Because, just playing games for fun, Rogue Legacy was a good one. Because I heard the game was good. And Rogue Legacy is a good example of, like, the journey or whatever. That playlist or whatever. That whole thing is, look at all the things change over time. That's what adventure games and stuff are all about, right? All that shit. I don't know how to explain it, really. Rogue Legacy was more at a point that it was about dicking around and just having fun for fun. Because, like, playing games and trying to, like, document them all and being like, oh, this one updated, oh, this one, look at the changes in this version. Like, at that point I was like, yeah, fucking, I'm gonna play Rogue Legacy. You get, like, you see, like, Tower Gun, Paranormal Activity, and Fantasy Skull all kind of fit in too, Risk of Rain, like, they're all roguelikes. Kinda, but it's more like, I just want to play some fucking games. That's more of it. And, yeah. It also fits in with Gran Turismo when I started doing Gran Turismo, because Gran Turismo videos are just so chill and awesome. Gran Turismo is such a fun game. Well, actually, Gran Turismo is not a chill game. It's a fucking tense as hell game. Like, it is such an intense game, but playing Gran Turismo makes my mind feel refreshed. Where some games make me feel mentally drained, Gran Turismo constantly makes me feel energized, even though it's a more physically draining game. Like, Gran Turismo, playing Gran Turismo with a wheel, especially, obviously, you're playing Gran Turismo with a steering wheel, it actually physically takes more of you to do it, but for some reason it's more mentally fucking refreshing. It's weird. But anyways, moving forwards in the playlist list, I just felt it was mandatory. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I made videos of each of the prototypes of the last Double Fine Amnesia Fortnite stuff. So I was like, sweet, I'm gonna make some more. But Steed was, like, really, really simple. Like, it seemed like it might have been overly simple, but, like, all that Steed prototype was really good about was, like, character or whatever. Like, it was cool, like, the character looks kind of cool, and the person on the thing, it looked like an animated, like, it looked like characters. I don't know, characters with character. They're cartoony. I don't know how to explain it, but there wasn't much to do, or, like, some things happened, like, there were some cool things that happened, but it was like, it was just like a game, like, oh, there were some enemies and you killed the enemies but you were a horse and you destroyed the enemies. It could be cool. Like, Steed's definitely the best out of all the prototypes. That's for sure. But I just had mixed feelings about Steed, and I thought Steed was the best prototype. And that's the weird thing about the 2014 Amnesia Fortnite stuff. Mnemonic was a pitch that made no sense for people to have picked. It made no sense that people picked that pitch. Seriously. And it was and, like, watching the documentary is, like, you gotta watch the documentaries. The Amnesia Fortnite documentaries are the best part. Well, Autonomous was the best part. Autonomous is the fucking best. That was the best prototype ever. I need to make more Autonomous videos. I've meant to make Autonomous. I've been saying to myself personally, just, like, in my head, in my stupid head, I've been saying to myself, I should make more Autonomous videos. I've seen that for a long time. But anyways, yeah. Mnemonic, I did not enjoy that one. Little Pink Best Buds. Pendleton Ward. Homie Dude. Yeah. It made no sense that, like, it seemed weird to me that they let Pendleton Ward lead one of the teams during Amnesia Fortnite to begin with. Like, that was a weird idea to start. I didn't like that idea at all, and I was like one of the most vocal people criticizing that or whatever, saying that it was a bad thing and all this stuff. It turned out to be a bad thing. Obviously, people were optimistic, but this is the thing, like, at that point in time, I was like, yeah, like, they're all having fun making it and everything, and I was like, yeah, it's like, I thought I was being an idiot, and I was completely willing to change my mind and be like, yeah, it was a good thing, like, I was wrong, they were right, because, like, it's all about having fun, and, they made something that was totally cool and unique, and it wouldn't have been made without, that uniqueness. Does that make sense? But the fucking game sucks, so it doesn't matter, like, so yeah, like, you can believe all that brainwashing until you actually play the game, then you're like, nope, actually, my initial reaction was actually dead on, 100% right. Fuck. Yeah, so that's the weird thing about it, but, yeah, Little Pink Best Buds. What the hell? Dear Leader, it was like they wanted to make a game like Papers, Please or something, but they didn't have an idea for the gameplay until later, and they just kind of ran with it. Like, it just didn't make sense. Dear Leader was just like, you just clicked shit, and it was like click, 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 and you just read shit and click shit, and it didn't seem like anything had to do with anything. Like where were the and it's really weird. It really tripped me out when I was playing Dear Leader, because I was like thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, is this like a statement about variable? Like, is this game like criticism about or commentary about variables in games, and what? Like, why do you need variables? Why do you need numbers attached to things? Like, if you do this, then this number goes up by 1, and that's why you should care, like, to me, that's what was tripping me out. I was like, where are the numbers? Why don't I don't care about this game, and this game doesn't have numbers tracking, like, do I only care about games that have numbers? And if this game had numbers telling me what score it was, would I care about it? Like, because, like, I was like, yeah, it was Dear Leader tripped me out, because I was like, I think this game's shitty because it doesn't have a score. What the fuck's wrong with me? That's fun. Like, it really fucked my head up, because I was like, I didn't want to believe it. I was obviously not, it's more just because the game wasn't fun, I think, but whatever. That's just how I feel. And yeah, Titanfall came out. That was amazing. I like playing Titanfall. Titanfall is really fun. But Strike Vector is faster. but Titanfall is really fun. And Luftrausers, the spiritual successor to Luftrauser, or, sequel, whatever. Luftrausers. Yeah. Luftrausers is fucking amazing, basically. I love Luftrausers. Dishonored is a perfect example of a game that I recorded a long time ago. Yeah, and then uploaded it like fucking, many months after I recorded it, because I'm an idiot. And Shattered Horizon only has one fucking video right now, and Tank only has one video. Those playlists need more videos. See, Shattered Horizon, what is it, like, I had a playlist of a game called Blade Symphony that was in early access, and I made one video of it, and then the game came out, and I never played more of Blade Symphony, and I was like, I don't know if I will. Basically, I turned that one video playlist of Blade Symphony into Quick Look, because, yeah, so basically, Dishonored, then Shattered Horizon. That Shattered Horizon playlist makes me think about, should I make that video? Should I just call that video a Quick Look and just not make another video of Shattered Horizon? I want to make more videos of Shattered Horizon. I want to get people to play that eventually, but yeah, it's just a perfect example of, it's not the best game in the world, but it is a cool game that I think more people should play, but I don't know how many videos I should make. It's basically, not everything in the world fits into the categories of a YouTube playlist and can be categorized like that. So you have to be kind of thinking about that stuff sometimes. It's weird. Anyways, Tank. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make. That's one I guess I have to buy some shit in Tank if I ever want to make more videos of it, because there isn't that much stuff in Tank. But so maybe I will. Maybe if you look for a Tank playlist, it's not there, and it's just there's just a quick look. I don't know. I'm just going through it because now we're getting closer and closer to present times now, and I've been spending a lot of time explaining this shit. It's hilarious, but I've been meaning to do this for a while, and I think it's necessary. So yeah, Max Payne 3 multiplayer. I had so much fun playing Max Payne 3 multiplayer. I thought it was I thought Max Payne 3 multiplayer was fucking solid, and it was always fun, just as good as like fucking anything else. You know, it's like it was just like third person Call of Duty or what. You know, it's just like whatever. It's just that type of game, and just multiplayer in general is just fun. You know, just that, that type of stuff. And Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Wii U Edition. Yeah, I made some videos of that. I made some videos of Wind Waker HD and New Super Mario Bros. U and Pikmin 3, and all three of those fucking never gonna go are gonna be uploaded because Nintendo they block the sound. Like, oh, this video has a cutscene in it. This video has sound in it. You can't. It's so stupid because there are certain games that you can upload, and they don't give a fuck about the music or cutscenes or anything. And there'll be Nintendo games, like new Nintendo games, they don't give a fuck. And then there are other new Nintendo games that are like, oh, you have the sound, oh fuck you. You have the cutscene, oh fuck you. It makes no sense, right? And they need to change that, and it pissed me off because Pikmin 3 is like the playthrough that I have of Pikmin 3. Like, oh my god, I love Pikmin 3. Pikmin 3 was so fucking fun. Wind Waker HD, I had never played the Wind Waker before, and Wind Waker is a fucking good game. If you haven't heard, Nintendo made a list a while back of Nintendo's top 100 Nintendo games or whatever. Like, Nintendo's favorite Nintendo games, and Nintendo's most proud Nintendo game was Wind Waker. It's like Wind Waker is a game that the people that made it are really proud of, and the people that play it really like. Wind Waker is a very loved game. It's one of the best fucking games ever. So anyways, Landmark had a beta that you could get invited to the beta or whatever, so I had like a week of playing Landmark, so I made some videos of Landmark, which is EverQuest Next Landmark. You know, it's like building version of Landmark is fucking cool. And then Dark Souls 2 came out. Made some videos of Gran Turismo 5, because Gran Turismo 6. I made some videos of 5 to like show off the differences, because they're differences. Anarchy Reigns is a really, really, really fucking awesome Platinum Games game. Seriously, Anarchy Reigns is awesome. And then Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, another Platinum Games game, fucking, yeah. Metal Gear Rising is absolutely amazing. Seriously, I love Metal Gear Rising. And then, all alpha, beta, prototype playlist. That thing is, then I started thinking about categorizing stuff and having lists. I don't know, like just making the list better. And I thought it would be a good idea to have a playlist that had the first video of every playlist. Because basically, the front page of the channel has things organized a certain way, and the way that they're organized is like there are playlists, and then there are playlist groups, right? On the front page there are playlist groups, and those playlist groups are that's where I put all the thought into categorizing shit. And right now I have montages as well, So I'm going to start from the bottom though. I have the other things, which are just like the other things, you know, the things that don't categorize. But then I have the free games, and free games are the ones that will overlap, I guess. Like everything that's in the free games playlist category, like there are playlists in the free games list, you know, the playlist list. All of those games, everything in the free section is somewhere else as well, right? So that's just the way it is, because free games is just saying free. But then alphas and betas are explaining, you know, games that are in development, and once they are not in development, that playlist is not in alphas and betas anymore. I'll move it. But I have where is it? I have like a list of all of the playlists, right? All of the alpha and beta ones, and it's called all alpha, beta, and prototype playlists, and it's got them all. But does it have all the ones that have also come out? Yes, because it's all of the alpha, beta, and prototype playlists. If they're in development, they're in that category, but all of them, if they have been there, will be early access to released. I have a playlist called early access to released, and that's listing other playlists just like before, except it's just listing all of the early access to release games. You know, all the ones that were early access but are now released. See how I'm organizing shit now? You understand? See the way like those playlists are related to the playlist list. You know, like those playlists are meant to organize the playlist list, right? And document the changes that have happened inside of that playlist list. So I did fucking think about this a lot, because I didn't want to, because yeah, I spent a lot of time thinking about it, and it's stupid because it doesn't make sense that I would think about it a lot, because the solution's simple, but there are a lot of possible ways to have done it, and my solution is simple to me because I thought about it a lot. Does that make sense? Okay, so anyways, early access quick looks are all of the quick looks of games that are in development, and that is in the alpha, beta, prototype playlist list for a reason. So, okay. So, anyways, then there's the Let's Play playlist list, which are not playthroughs, basically. They're just any playlist of a game, basically. Anything that doesn't have anything that isn't like a story, but like Megabyte Punch is in there, but that's got a story. You know, Mercenary Kings has got a story, but it's in there. So there are certain games that have stories that are still in the Let's Play category because of certain things. Right? And playthroughs are more like Metal Gear Rising, Wonderful 101, you know? It just makes sense, right? Ratchet & Clank, Last of Us, Rogue Legacy. Like, maybe that should be in Let's Play. Maybe it should be in playthrough. It's in playthrough. I don't know why, like, you know, because it does kind of have an ending. Like, you know, there are certain things, right? So you understand. Then after playthroughs, I have the quick looks playlist list, and yeah, inside the quick looks playlist list are also the inside my playthroughs playlist list, I have one that's called all playthroughs, and then inside the Let's Plays one, there's one that's called all Let's Plays, and all playthroughs, all Let's Plays, all alpha, beta, prototype playlists, like those playlists that have all of those other first videos of each playlist. I say playlist a lot. It's fucking, well, to describe this, I have to say playlist a lot. It's stupid. But if you can follow me, you know, if you look at the quick looks playlist list, you'll see all playthrough playlists, all Let's Play playlists, all alpha, beta, prototype playlists, early access quick looks. You know, you'll see it all. It's all organized there like that, so you can see like all of the first videos of each playlist, and the other categories are all in the quick look section, just for quick access, basically. Because then there's Indie Games Then, Quick Looks, 2012, 2013. Because the reason I have 2012 and then 2013 is because once I have all of the games from 2013 in that playlist, it's going to be like 100 videos. So I don't want to have multiple years in one category, right? I thought about that beforehand because I haven't even put out all the 2013 videos, and I haven't even recorded all the 2013 videos, like 2014 videos. It's 2014 now. It's almost 2015. But I thought about that way before, thinking okay, if I do this for 2013, 14, and keep doing it, I'll have to make more playlists. I'm fucking OCD about this. But anyways, keep talking about it. Inside the quick looks, then we got our free browser-based quick looks and free quick looks. And free browser, free quick looks, and quick looks. I think the way it was, I had free early access quick looks before because there were a certain amount that were in beta, but it just made more sense to put them in as if it's in early access and it's not in your browser, it's in free quick looks. If it's early access and in your browser, it goes in free browser. Because I didn't want to have a free early access and then a paid early access quick looks playlist, because then that gets too confusing. Basically sometimes I make things, I'll add a playlist or two to make things more spread out and less confusing, and sometimes I'll get rid of a playlist to make things less confusing to me, because I look at the organization of the channel a lot and think about that. Because even though not that many people if I put a video up, if 10 people watch a video within a day of me putting it up, I'm like, holy shit, that's awesome. And so basically I'm super appreciative of any support that's thrown my way. It makes me happy. And anyways, after quick looks section, above that is the montages section, which is something within the last few months I've been thinking a lot more about this, because of just thinking about what the fuck, I have a lot of videos. I've been putting up more videos. It'd be good to have certain videos that are higher quality than other ones, putting more effort into them and see what happens. See if I put more effort into certain videos, will they be appreciated more? I tried that with my Ratchet and Clank playthrough. I edited the fuck out of my Ratchet and Clank playthrough, but it's not, it's shorter, but it's not that shorter, but it's edited a lot. It's not as edited as a montage, because the montage videos are really short. The Ratchet and Clank videos are still pretty long, but they're still very edited. But I put it it takes 5 times longer to make those videos, probably more than 5 times longer to make those videos, when they're edited. So do the Ratchet and Clank videos get 5 times as many views? I don't know. Basically, it's all experiments. And anyways, talking about my playlists and stuff like that, I made these playlists to organize all of the playlist lists. Then I have a playlist that's called Random Gaming Rants, because I was thinking about just making videos talking about a subject, just like how this video, the Random Gaming Rants thing was basically the beginning of me thinking about how do I make, what should I do with making videos and just talking about other subjects, because basically I'm shitty at it. I'm shitty at stuff, and everything that I do at the beginning is shitty, and I have to try things in different ways. Anyways, The Last of Us was fun. I did that after. Watch Now. That's just a playlist of montages that I started to do, because I want to make that. Right now it has all the montages I've made or that I've put up, but I wanted to eventually I want to make that just have some montages, because then I was thinking about how to organize the montages, right? And I have other montages for other And then if I have a whole bunch of montages of a certain game, like The Wonderful 101, Anarchy Reigns, and I have those as playlists, as their own, blah, 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 right? I made a quick look at Drunken Robot Pornography, and the game was so enjoyable that I had to make a playlist of it on its own. Right now, I haven't made more videos of it, but that's because of something else. Hard drive apocalypse and certain things, but yeah, Minimum, I got that when it was on a Steam sale, but I see, like, basically at this point in time, like, currently in my life right now, there's so many games I can play. I've been juggling too many things. So, like, that's why there aren't 10 Minimum videos or whatever. Like, every time there's an update to Minimum, I'll go like, yeah, I can make another video of Minimum since it actually updated, and I have because that was my mindset before. I'd be like, every single time the game updated, I'd be like, hey, the game updated again, I'll make another video of it, and I'd spend, like, I would go way out of my way to, like, put in all this extra effort to try to get the video out, in detriment to other things that I was doing, you know, like, other things would suffer. Yeah, anyways, balance needs to play in, but yeah, I'm going to make more videos of Minimum because that game is sick. And yeah, going up the playlist, we're really close to the top now. Anarchy Reigns montages, Wonderful 101 montages, other montages, Ratchet and Clank playthrough, you know, the one that I spent a shitload of time editing. And then channel updates is a playlist I made because I was thinking about stuff, you know. I want to make videos just talking about random shit, talking about the channel and just detailing shit that people might want to know. I don't know. And then the most recent playlist for me, what I'm looking at it right now, is random videos. 116 playlists. Holy fuck. Random videos is just because that video wasn't short, but it was random. So, and it's, I don't know. Yeah. And I don't know, like, I kind of been like, right now I've been talking for an hour and 45 minutes, or 46 minutes non-stop, just going through my mindset from the beginning of me making the channel till now. Holy shit. It's a lot of talking, but yeah. It doesn't even cover it all. It really doesn't. Because, yeah, like, that's just me. Okay, like, holy shit. I just, like, fucking, all I did was just technically talk about describe certain things. I just described, like, I didn't really talk about, like, how much I enjoyed doing certain things and why I changed, why I did certain things differently. I talked a little bit about that, but I should talk about that stuff more, but I guess I gotta formulate my thoughts more. I guess formulate my thoughts based on what I said now, and just focus on those other more specific things in the video later or something. Because, yeah, there's so many things we could talk about, so many things, but I'm sorry if you don't like, if you listen to the end of this, then you care, but yeah, I'm sorry if blah blah blah. I hope you comment and let me know how you feel about stuff, because I think you're cool, and every person is cool, and we all need to stick together and talk to each other and influence each other positively, right? Positive influences. If you have friends that influence you positively and show you cool things, it's the best. Best. So, yeah, anyways, thanks for listening to me rant about the 2 years since we started this journey. Crazy journey. All right. Talk to you later, yo. Peace.